WOBN 97.5. We are joined by a member of the women's basketball team. This is Katie Mccrary. She was the fourth leading scorer in the OAC. She had a great season. Nice to have you, Katie.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, we're going to be talking a little bit about just different things here. So tell us a little bit about yourself. What is your story, Katie?
So I went to Northmont High School, that is in the Dayton area. I was born and raised there. I got into basketball probably around like 5 or 6 years old. I played for a Y League, and then I started playing for a travel team for Northmont, got involved in AAU, and then high school, and then wanted to come and play college.
Okay, let me ask you, what is it about basketball that you just really gravitated towards the sport?
I really like that it's a stress relief for me, like something I can go out and do. I think I'm good at it and I enjoy it. I like playing with my teammates. I feel like the bonds that we make with our team really makes it fun. And you learn a lot about yourself and other individuals.
Okay, let me go back to that. You raised a good point about the bonds that we build through sport. I know me, I grew up playing football and baseball, and a lot of people just think when you're playing sports it's not something that's deeper. But I know that you build a lot of relationships through sport. Like most of my friends I developed through sports. So can you speak about that camaraderie aspect of athletics?
Yeah, so everyone deals with individual things, and when you are with somebody in a group of individuals every day for countless hours, pretty much all of your college, you form relationships, you start to talk to other people, understand what they're going through. I feel like being able to have those people to talk to help, because they're athletes just like you, and they try to give you tips, and these are just friends that you're going to have lifelong. Like, they understand what you're going through. Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you this. You started off and you were the OAC Freshman of the Year your freshman year at Otterbein. How were you able to build upon that to go on to have the season that you had?
So it was a little challenging at first, because I moved to the 2 guard mainly this season. It was hard, but when I did get to play the 1 like last year, it was so much fun. Like, I love playing with my team as it is. I love to get them involved. I love giving assists. So I really think just after playing with them last year and knowing their strongs and their weaknesses, I feel like that helped a lot.
Okay, you said their strengths and their weaknesses. You guys, not just you as yourself, but you guys had, I think it was maybe your best season in 10 years. I know I announced a few of the games. So what do you think it was that was able to separate this team from teams in the past for you guys to have the run that you did?
I really think a lot of it had to do with Coach Knowles and Coach Mary, along with just the dedication and time that our team has put in. Like, we don't all get along all the time, but we held each other accountable. Like, hey, are you getting in the gym? Are you getting up shots? I really think the way they push us and how we push each other really, and we wanted a ring. We didn't get it this year, but we are dedicated to get one.
You guys finished out the season strong. What do you think it was that you guys weren't able to close out on your ultimate goal? What were some things that went wrong that, that could have been better, that you guys can perhaps move forward with in the future to have a better season next season?
I think sometimes we doubt ourselves, and I think that's what really gets us. We do have people on the team who come up and talk to you and, try to get your head back in the game. But I feel like when there's so much doubt in a game, that's what hurts us. And I feel like we need to change our mindsets to, we can beat any team in the OAC. We can win the OAC conference. We can go play 2 or 3 rounds in NCAA. I think really just having the mindset that we can do it and not doubt ourselves as much.
Okay, speaking of that, belief in yourself is a lot. I know me personally, with anything I do, I try to exude confidence. I feel like confidence is key in life. So how were you able to find the confidence that you have in yourself as the basketball player that you are?
Well, it's taken a lot of time to grow confidence. I'm only 5'3", and so growing up, people were like, "No, you're not gonna go play in college. Like, you're 5'3". No one wants a 5'3" guard, you know? So me being a big part in my high school team, I feel like built a lot of my confidence. And with Coach Knowles giving me the opportunity to step in and be a big role freshman year also built my confidence and allowed me to continue having it this past season.
Okay, how are you getting ready for next season at this moment?
So right now we are doing postseason open gyms. So we do that on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Individually, that's just when, you know, I get with my trainer, get shots up on my own time, kind of work on some new moves in my jumper.
Okay, trying to be like Curry out there.
Yes.
Trying to get that range going. Okay, this is a serious question that we have. I know me personally, I can't make a layup, I can't shoot a three, I can't do any of that stuff. What can I do personally to improve not just my game, to help me at least be able to make one basketball shot?
I really think not even including a rim. Literally, if you take the ball, lay on your back, practice your form, get the form going, get some strength going in there, then go up, just start with trying to kiss it off the glass, top left corner if you're shooting the left hand.
Okay, so that would make people stop laughing at me in the pickup.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, let me ask this. I'm going to move away from basketball for a second. What are you majoring in here at Otterbein?
My major is athletic training.
Okay, you're making athletic training. What do you hope to do with that?
So I'm still a little undecided. I've kind of gone back and forth with working with a professional team, or if I just wanted to work at my high school. Kind of leaning, not my specific high school, but just high school level.
Okay, you want to have an impact on the kids. I see that.
Yeah.
Okay, so are you a major basketball fan yourself?
I do like to watch it. I watch it if good games are on. I like Curry.
Do you have a favorite team?
I like the Warriors. I like South Carolina women's.
Okay, they're pretty dominant.
Yeah. I really just like, if there's any game on, like, it doesn't have to be a specific team. Like, if it's a good game, I'll watch it.
Okay, have you been following the NCAA tournament any?
I haven't.
Okay, so I want to get on some of this. So you follow basketball a little bit, but you're not a super diehard basketball fan, you would say.
Not watching it on TV now. If I can go in person, like I attended some of the women's Ohio State games. I love the team. I love watching them play. I watched them play against Michigan and a couple other teams. When I watch sporting events, I prefer to be in person. Like, same with like football, baseball.
Okay, yeah, okay. I can speak to that because I would say being live at a sporting event is something different. Like, I can remember when I was in 7th grade, I went to see the Reds play, and I think this was one of Ken Griffey Jr.'s later seasons, and I can remember still being feet away from him, and I will never forget that. He's still one of my favorite baseball players of all time. So I can speak to that. That is true. That being there is better. I will say that. Okay, this has been. Interview is still going on. What I'm saying. Okay, so you're from Northmont, Ohio, right?
Northmont High School, yeah, Inglewood, Ohio.
Okay. You're from Inglewood, Ohio. Tell us a little bit about Inglewood, Ohio. What type of town is it? What is it like?
It's a decent sized town. Predominantly white. Since the time I was in kindergarten to like now, more color has been brought into the community. Northmont itself, athletic wise, maybe didn't prepare me the best, and I think that was just due to like the coaching staff and their individual goals. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like their goals weren't to prepare their athletes to go play college at the best of their ability. Like, they were like, well, I mean, are you sure you want to play here? Like, maybe pick like a small D3 school. The basketball coaches, I feel, weren't trying to help you achieve to go play D2 or D1. Whereas like other schools in our area were like, bringing in college coaches to come watch their athletes play.
Okay, let me ask you this. And speaking of that's a major debate, I would say, at the youth level and the high school level with kids, that you do have certain kids that do have dreams of greater aspirations and maybe going on and playing at the next level after high school. But some high school coaches feel their obligation is just as a team they're coaching their high school team. They may put a kid at a position that they feel is just going to help them at that moment, but it may not help the kid progress towards playing at the next level. What is your stance on that in terms of loyalty to the team or just helping your athletes reach their goals and dreams? What would you say your opinion on that is?
I think that each coach should sit down with their athlete and ask them what their goals are. If you know that you have an athlete and the majority of your athletes who are looking to go play at a higher level, I feel like you should work with them specifically in, one, the position they want to play. Two, if you see an opportunity for them to learn another position and be efficient in that position, then maybe introduce them to that. I feel like it shouldn't always be about wins and losses. I feel like, yes, developing your player to reach their goals is super important.
Okay, go back. That's another point you shared, that it's not always about wins and losses. I know for me growing up playing sports, I always looked at it, if you didn't win, it was just nothing. Like, you just stepped out there for nothing. Winning was the only thing that mattered. I didn't care about participating. I didn't care. I just wanted to win. What do you think instilling that in children? Do you think that it's good? Well, no, you just said it. Do you think that it's bad putting in the children that a win at all cost mentality?
No, because even the greatest teams who play now still lose. I think it is important to want to win, but to think like if we don't win, it's the end of the world. I don't think that's the best mindset. If each player on the team stepped out and played their hardest and gave it their all, and they still came up short, yeah, you're going to be disappointed. But as long as you give it your all and you still lose, then what more could you do? Okay.
That's refreshing to hear, because I remember I had an incident. I had a coach when I was a little kid. I was 4 years old playing t-ball, and he promised us he was going to get us ice cream cones. And then he lost the game. The coach bought us the ice cream cones, and then he handed us the ice cream cones, and then he snatched them out of our hands and threw them on the ground, and then stomped on the ice cream cones.
Mm-hmm.
I'm playing. That did happen. I'm playing. It did.
I was like, that's really harsh.
No, that did happen. Okay, so you seem like you're an opinionated lady. I know that women's basketball doesn't seem to get the respect all the way like the men do. What is your stance on that, and what do you think should change? Or do you think that, let's say for the WNBA, for example, do you think that women should be paid equally to the men?
Yes. So I actually just attended this INST event, which talked about how the U.S. women's soccer team sued their employers for equal pay as the men. Personally, I feel like girls' sports should get as much attention as guys' sports. Thinking about our girls' team, we were really good this year, and you would see us play, and then maybe like 2 or 3 minutes left in our game, you see the entire student section coming in for the boys' game. And it's like, we may have won that game and the boys lost. So why can't we bust our butts as much as the boys do? We train just as hard as them, and we put our bodies through physical pain and the work just as the guys do. So why is it that the men can get all of you guys' supports, but not us?
Okay, do you think that, I know society as a whole is more patriarchal, so do you think that society will ever change in that aspect? Like, what is your opinion on that, your honest opinion?
I really don't. I mean, I feel like they're always gonna think as the men as better than the females and support men's more than female sports. I really just don't see that changing. I mean, yeah, I really don't.
So you just have no hope for society?
I mean, I would like to say, like, yeah, I think they'll come around, like, but, like, I still feel like even if our girls team would have won, OAC, like, still would have been low numbers for us at games and high numbers for the men.
Yeah, I think that is. That's pretty messed up to say. I would say it's pretty messed up. Well, I mean, you do have that in common that I got that bleak a bleak outlook on the world at times. I would say myself. I hope things can change within that aspect overall. But I want to say this, Katie. This has been an overall good interview. Your time with Kicking It with Kane, you've spread some knowledge about basketball, provide some information about life. So we're going to close it out there. This has been Kane Pittman, and this has been Katie Mccrary, and this has been Kicking It with Kane. Thank you.